eyes all nervous and jittery. He's sweating and pale out of. Somebody help this man. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life with Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for a This Is Us recap review, season 2, episode 10, number 3. Tres numero. This is the mid-season finale for This Is Us. This Is Us will return January 2nd, 2018. I'll be right back here with you, but not on that date. I'll be on my way to New Orleans on January 2nd, so I won't be able to watch the episode until I return home, so you won't get the recap and review of episode 11 until January 9th. Yes, January 9th. That's when you'll get that recap and review. So I apologize in that for advance. I did not realize they was going to bring it back at the first week of the year. Who does that? But anyway, so just in case you did not know, we won't be here next week for This Is Us, but you can still check out my channel for some other awesome shows that I recap and review. Trust me, I come with a different attitude for every type of show, depending on the feel of the show. We got one more episode of The Walking Dead, and then some other things are going to be jumping off as well. So, hey, stick around for that. In addition, I will be starting a new YouTube channel. So if you're into books, whether you like to read them or whether you write them, I will be having a new channel as myself, the author, CL Reed, and I will be doing book reviews. I'm joining the BookTube community and be doing book reviews. In addition to books, you'll see hauls, the different books that I bought. I'm going to do an introduction video within the next couple weeks. So hit the notification bell on my channel so that way you can be notified for everything that's coming out. I'll have the introduction video on this channel. The new channel begins January 2nd. Won't begin January 2nd either because I won't be in town. It'll be done January 2nd. I'm going to record that before, but it won't go up until the first of the year. Okay, so let's get into this episode. You know, old overachiever Randall. He's starting off as a little goober, trying to get his little walk on. They're like, come on, Randall, you can do it, you can do it. And not only did Randall walk, Randall talked. He the first one to talk. He said table. He probably said periodic table, knowing Randall. But yeah, he decided to talk. So they go into current day, and Randall was sitting there playing video games with Tess and Annie. And he like, okay, girls, it's time to go to bed. Let's go to bed. Deja's up in her room practicing for her presentation. I think she has a science fair. She has to present what's going on with those little plants that she had over there in the corner, her little Beyonce plant. I don't know who the other people were supposed to be. Maybe it was Toya, Kelly, and you know, who was the other Destiny's Child? Michelle came in later. It was Toya, Kelly, Beyonce. I don't even know what Destiny's Child was. Ain't that a shame? Y'all could probably be mad at me. But anyway, Randall's proud of her achievements and everything that she's able to accomplish, and Deja feeling good about herself too. He mentions being her foster dad. He's like, oh, your foster dad is proud of you. And she's like, don't do that. That's corny as heck. You so corny. While they talking, you heard yelling from outside. You know, we go outside, and who? It's Shauna. Like, really? You out of jail, Shauna? Deja's mom. She down there, her and Beth is like having words, and she trying to push her way up into the house. And Beth is like, no, we even do this up in here, sister. We not gonna do that. I'm thinking, child, come on now. Even though I said I was not mad at the fact that you wanted to come back and get your daughter, this ain't the way to do it. You ain't finna show up at somebody's house in the middle of the doggone night demanding that you give up anything or anybody. Walk up out of her with you if you want to. That's kidnapping. Come on, walk up out of her. Randall come out, and he like, oh, wait a minute. We're gonna calm things down. And he learns that all the charges have been dropped against Shauna. She's like, I told you, the gun wasn't mine. It had nothing to do with me. They let me. I'm still like, baby girl, it's late. It is late. What's you doing? What are you doing? What is you doing? You know what the heck I mean. So, I mean, like there's a right and a wrong way to do this, and this is not the right way. Deja come out. Mama, what the heck are you doing here? She say the same doggone thing. Mama, come on now. We done been through this many times. We done been through this too many times. You know this is not how we supposed to do this. We're supposed to wait on Miss Linda to contact us and then say it's okay to come get me. Until then, what you doing here? I mean, she drawing the neighbors. You know, Brandon got all white neighbors and Asian neighbors for the most part. And they all outside looking like, hey, Randall, you good over there? Just being nosy. Just being nosy. He like, yo, I'm okay. It's pretty much what he said to them. So they had to tell her mama, look, Ma, you know that's not the procedure. Miss Linda is a good person. Wait on her to call you. You're just going to have to be patient. So she calms her down, and she's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm going to go ahead and leave. I understand, baby. Before she leaves, she turns around and tells them, I'll be back. Beth say, and we'll be right here. Like, we're going to be right here. We ain't going nowhere. What's up? That's pretty much the whole attitude Beth had. Beth went into her, hey, you messing with the wrong sister mode. Young Randall is filling out his little application to Stanford. And then he peeps the black people on the back of the Howard University packet. And without words at all, I know he's saying, oh, people that look like me. I know he did. White people will probably never understand the feeling that black people have when we see other black people, especially when we have been constantly surrounded by white people majority of our lives. Matter of fact, it could be majority of the day. We can go into the coffee room at work. Been working with people all our lives. Everybody around us is the white folks, but when the one black person walk in, we like, what's up? Hey, how was your day? That's just how we are. That's just how we are. And I mean, like, I travel a lot. Y'all know this, right? When I'm on the road, me and Keena, when we're on the road, I think my mama do too, we just automatically kick into count the black people mode. I don't know what, we don't, one of us would say, that's 6, and Keena was like, yeah, I'm on 7, I got that too. It's just automatic when we hit the road, we count the black people when we go into areas that we know are predominantly white. Even if we don't know for sure, I think we looking for them riding down the highway, like, oh, there go a black person. There go a black person. Because it's, even though traveling for us is, in the United States, you can travel from state to state, no problem. But a lot of black people don't seem to get out of the environment that they're in. So when you see somebody on the road that's traveling, you're like, hey, that's us right there. That's like we family. This is how we do. And that's one of the dilemmas I have with moving. Like, I'm considering moving. When I look at where the city is, it looks good on paper. And then I look at the demographics of white people compared to black people with other races and mix, and I be thinking, am I going to be swallowed up? Am I going to be the little fleck of pepper that got into the salt that tipped over, you know what I'm saying? And although I like diverse communities, I love my people. And when I'm not around them for a long time, I get more blacker. I'm telling you, I do. Because it's like, I'm going to hold on to my culture, and you're going to recognize my culture. You ain't going to ignore it. I'm not going to fake the funk. Like, I'm trying to fit in with you. You're going to know who I am as a black woman. That's just how I am. So I know I can get in, and I can fit in no matter where I'm at. And I usually don't have any qualms with meeting new people. I don't care if I'm out in Redneck, Tennessee. I'm just a friendly person. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? And usually, if you don't speak, I'm gonna speak twice, so to make sure you're gonna speak to me. That's just how I am. I don't know. It would drive me crazy if I didn't have some type of cultural connection in the environment in which I'm living in, or that I'm going to school in. Like, I didn't go to school to HBCU. I wish I had went to HBCU, but I didn't go to college until I was grown. It was after my daughter was born that I went to college. I didn't have her as a teenager. I had her as an adult. The idea of going to college was not in my head, because I didn't have family members who was like, oh yeah, you got to go to college. They didn't care what the hell I did. They didn't care what the hell I did, period, even outside of school. And I had one cousin that I knew of that went to a HBCU, historically black college university. Right, okay, I knew one cousin that was doing that. But at the time she went, I didn't even understand what an HBCU was. A college was a college was college to me. That's how much information I lacked as far as colleges were concerned. And the school that I went to, majority of all the counselors was white, even though majority of the students were black, but the administration, majority of them was white. So I do not recall anybody like coming up to me telling me about schools like Grambling and Xavier, and my boyfriend went to Xavier. My boyfriend went to college. That's how I looked at it. I didn't look at that he was going to a historically black college. I went to the military, so that's everything that was given to me in high school was the fact that the military was on me. They gave me a black recruiter. That's all I knew. And I was happy I had a black recruiter. I swear for goodness, y'all just understand. Because I just felt like, I think it was the Marine Corps' way of saying that you're included, that you're a part of us by sending out the black recruiter. I just didn't understand it then. I didn't really understand fully what it meant to be black, like Judge Bradley was saying. Even my daughter, though, she did not go to a predominantly black university when she first went to university. And the reason I wanted her to, she applied for Xavier, she got into Xavier, but I couldn't afford Xavier. Xavier gave us these rates that was like 9 G's after her scholarships kicked in. But then when they sent us the final paperwork, like a day before she was supposed to sign and everything and send it back, it was going to be like $32,000 a semester. I couldn't afford that. So we ended up going to a mixed race school. And when we went to go tour a lot of the colleges, this one had a lot of more black students. They had a black students union. They had a whole bunch of cultural diversity, not just for black students, for all the facets of students there. So I felt more comfortable with her going there. And one of the other problems I had with the HBCU, they don't have the program that my daughter wanted. My daughter wants to be a video game concept designer. I couldn't find that. We couldn't find that at an HBCU. And most of the schools that we actually talked to was trying to convince her to switch her major to being a teacher. Real talk. And I was like, no, that's not what she's going to do in life. So, and that seems to be like their main focus, even though they have other majors. It was like they was coming at her, you should be a teacher. No matter which school we talk to, you should be a teacher. So, yeah. So that's why she didn't end up at a HBCU. And now she's home at the community college because the university didn't pan out for us, and it's pretty much a HBCC community college. That's what that's basically it is. I mean, there's white students and Asian students that go there, but it's predominantly black, including the administration. I be on a whole little tangent that ain't got nothing to do with the show. Let me get back to me. Where was we at? I mean, not to me, to the show. I was gonna say, like, I can come out of a movie theater, and it could be a like predominantly white show, and we walk out the crowd, we see a black person, we giving them the universal head nod, the dap, the point, something was anything to say, I see you, my brother, I see you, my sister. And it's not just in America. This is world freaking wide. We was in Japan. We had our sister roll up to us, gave us hugs, didn't know us from a can of paint. But she was so happy to see other black people walking through Japan. And she was like, where y'all come from? We was in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a mixed community. They have some lighter complected Latinos, some that have more European in them, and then they have like a whole African Spanish culture there as well. We were walking down the street, and it was like 8 of us, a group of us together. We all Americans though, but we was all walking through Costa Rica. And this one girl walked up to us and like, yeah, Louisa is the black part of Costa Rica. And everybody was like, Louisa. We walked down the street. Anytime we saw somebody that was visually black, Costa Rican, or Tican is what they call them, they were like, Louisa. So we just don't say Louisa. You know, like we from Louisa too. But yeah, we had people just run up to us, just like, when we see each other, we see family. That's y'all wouldn't understand. Y'all just wouldn't understand. Anyway, yep, I got all of that from looking at Randall looking at the back of that little brochure. So, okay, at that point the lights went out. So he goes down and talks to Jack about going on to school and about the subject of, and Jack is like, yeah, I got me a little Harvard man sitting right here in my Ivy League. And Randall was like, yeah, but I want to go see Howard. And his friend Keith is at Howard. I think Keith is the little boy that was at the pool when he met the black family at the pool. I think Keith was part of that family. And he's like, you know, he's there, and I want to go see it. And then can we go see it this Friday? He's like, you know, Kevin got a game. Kevin got a game every Friday. He's like, all right. Jack said, okay, cool. I'm gonna do what you want to do. We're gonna make it happen somehow. We're gonna go see the school on Friday. Now, like I said, this is a whole year before they even get out of school. But Randall is like ready to go to college right now. What happened to Randall playing football? Remember in season 1, he was playing football too. The school he went to was playing against the school that Kevin went to, and Randall was pretty damn good, I thought, on the field. Did he quit during season 1? I don't remember. So somebody enlighten me if Randall had quit football after that. But I just remember that I thought he was pretty good. Linda comes by the house and apologizes that Shauna just dropped back like that. But she believes it's in Deja's best interest to go back home to her mother. And Randall's like, oh, hell to no, no, no. That's not what's going to happen. And Beth is like, really? She done got herself together. Is that what you're saying? I am so torn. And I'm torn because I love me some Beth and Randall. I think they are like the greatest couple on TV today. Yet at the same time, if I was Shauna and I was in that position and I had the chance to get my child back and social services was backing me, saying that I was fit to take my child back home, I would want my child too. So I understand both sides. It's just Shauna went about that all wrong. She went about that all wrong. But Randall was like, I ain't keeping quiet this time. He went through all the events of the other night when Shauna popped up at their house, and she said Deja had to talk her down like she was a little child. Like, who does that? So, and just because she done stocked the fridge now, it's all good? It don't make sense. It don't make sense to me either, regardless of how torn I am. There should be some type of probationary period in my mind that Shauna would have to go through before her child could just walk back into her house. She just got out of jail. Now she's just gonna walk. No, there should be some type of probationary period. So, Linda was like, the house is clean, the fridge was stocked, she's trying to get her job back. Kudos to her, but that does not solidify her returning to Shauna this soon. I do not agree with that. But Randall tell her, you know what? Fine, we done lawyered up. Linda like, what? Lawyered up? She's like, yeah, we done lawyered up. She trespassed on our property. She got all up my wife's face, got all about it, and then tried to take this child in the middle of the night, and technically that is kidnapping. But she's like, Deja could be walking to the arms of a crazy person. I'm not gonna let Deja or no other child walk into the arms of somebody like that. And then Liz was like, you know what? I think you're making a mistake. And Randall says, no, honey, you are. He didn't do the head thing. I added that flavor, but still, that's what Randall was saying. And this all happened before the credit roll. I'm 18 minutes in this video, and we just not getting to it before the credits roll. Susan Kalichi Watson, baby, that hurt, girl. I'm going to try to do my hair like that one day. You was working that look, girl. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The girls was like, hey, Pops, what's going on? I'm worried about Deja. She got to leave us. What's up? And he like, no, we're just trying to figure out what's best for Deja. I do have to ask the question, though. Deja's old enough at the point that the courts will ask her, what does she think and what does she feel? And I'm surprised nobody has asked her that at this point. Randall lies to Deja and tells her that Miss Linda has not got the ball rolling yet on her to return home. And Deja has been through this system long enough to feel that something is not on the up and up. Randall and Jack on a tour at Howard. But at the school, the official tour is about to begin, and Keith pops up and he's like, hey, I'm about to take my boy with us, meet the fellas. I'm going to give him the official tour outside of the official tour. The tour that the school don't really want you to see. That's what kind of tour he's going to get him. I was like, that's what's up. And Jack's like, you want me to come with you? He's like, no, So I guess Jack went with the regular tour. Randall is out there hanging out with the fellas on the campus, soaking up the campus. Little young ladies looking at him, taking him in. It's like, his boy's like, yeah, that's how we do up here. Randall feels so out of place because his life has always been surrounded by white people. But then he learns that he's not the only one. Like, 3 of the guys, all their schools was predominantly white as well. And Keith say, man, it feel like we Malcolm going to Mecca. It is definitely an eye-opener for sure. Randall calls Beth and he's like, hey, we still 100 on talking with the lawyer. And she's like, for sure, we sure are. He had already gave him hope that they had a good case. And I hate that they are lying to this child, though. I mean, think how she would feel when she finds out that they've been lying and they are the reason that she is not with her mother right now. It's not like Randall's situation. It's not, because Randall had years to grow up and bond with the Pearson family, and become part of that family. He was adopted into that family. Deja is a totally different story. She's only been there a few months. She just really got comfortable with y'all. And then to come back and to be hit with this lie, it tore her little heart apart. Then we flash back to Randall reading the letter at the time that he was found out that Becca had knew who William was all along, and that she had been lying to him about his parents and how devastating that was for him. Then we hear from our dear William. He was like, you know, when she bounced up out of there, I followed her. I got to a cab with my last $20, and I was praying that that $20 was going to take me to where I need to be, and it did. Since all I had to do was knock on the door. All I had to do was knock on the door. And y'all know I got misty-eyed right here. I got misty-eyed because then he looked over, he saw them bikes, he saw the number 1, 2, and 3. And he said, then I realized I didn't even know which one was you. He said, I'm assuming those was nicknames. And I didn't even know which one of them was your nickname. And I realized I didn't even know anything about this life that you had apart from me. He said, I knew right then. It was it. He walked away. Girl, baby. I was feeling some stuff. I was feeling some stuff. William was like, who was I to interfere with that life? Who was I? We flashed back to Randall sitting in his car, and Randall's feeling like, who am I to interfere with Deja? He didn't say any words, but I knew that's what he's feeling. I knew that's what he's feeling. But Jack comes over to Randall and the fellas, and he's like, hey, yo, it's time to go. And at first, the fellas looking like, who the who? You know? And after a little pause, Randall say, oh, yeah, Dad, this is the guys, you know. And they like, oh, okay, what's up, man? You know, giving the dap. A lot of time, white people always think that they're going to be feeling like they out of place when they get around black people. That's usually not the case. We're usually very accepting. We're too damn accepting sometimes. We always giving people a chance, and I believe, for the majority of what I know in my growing up and everything, we can blend in with pretty much any culture and not, well, we can actually, not even say blend in, we can accept any culture, blending in with us with ease. That's what I see. Anyway, after Randall hug up the fellas, dap them up, tell them their goodbyes, they back on the road. And Randall is super psyched about the school, and Jack seems to have something on his mind though. At first, Jack made it a point to say, you know, Harvard is an Ivy League school, and Randall was like, yeah, but when did you start caring about that? Like, that's really been an issue for you. And then we get to the nitty gritty of the real matter. It was that pause that Randall had when he decided to introduce him, and like he was ashamed to say this was my father, you know, something like that. And Jack says, you know, I understand. Everybody may not get us. They may not understand the type of family that we have because they don't know us. So Brandon was like, I didn't hesitate. He's like, no, bro, you hesitated. He said, okay, I did hesitate, but it's not because you're white. It's because you old as a mug. He's like, I ain't old. Dude, you old. I'm like, who wants to hang out with their parents for real when they got the fellas around? I don't know, my daughter does. She hang out with me, but I'm young at heart. I'm young at heart. Anyway, Randall was like, you know, truth be told though, that feeling you had when you thought that I was dissing you because you was white, I feel that all the time. He's like, not in my own household, which is crazy to me that he don't feel in his own household since Kevin and Grandmama, you know, pushed that energy off on him as well. But he said he don't feel like that in his household, but everywhere else in the society, he feel off kilter, off balance, you know, and like he is just not gonna be good enough for the rest of the world. Hey, that's the life of a black man. That's what Judge Bradley was talking about. Randall sits outside Shauna's house, and she's showing some neighbors some outfits that she bought Deja, and I'm like, Randall's about to take her to this presentation, and Beth is gonna flip out. He tell him that, no, Jack tells him no matter what life throws at you, you know, you gonna shine. Don't worry, Randall, you gonna shine. Your light may dim a little bit, you may lose your way, but you're gonna light up the world because you're a spectacular person. Plain and simple, you know. I do love the reassurance that they can give Randall, but it's anytime there's an issue of race coming up, the conversations that they can have with Randall, that they are equipped to have with Randall, just shows the level of real understanding that they don't have for what it means to be black in America. He goes to take him to the old Vietnam Wall with the rest of his fallen soldiers, and he was telling them about how displaced he felt when he came back home, and everything just didn't sit right or feel right. And I could see where he was going with that, yet at the same time, it's incomparable. It's incomparable. It's incomparable, the word. Uncomparable. Not comparable. Let's just say not comparable, just in case I can't figure out if there's a doggone word right now. Okay, so then at that moment is when he gets the text message, you know, get that text, that Scott Page from Kate. he like, hey, we need to go call him back, find the phone. Something ain't right. Older Randall was back at the school with Deja and sees Beth. And he tells her, look, we can't move forward with this. We cannot pursue trying to take her from her mom. And Beth has had her reservations too. And they both realize that it's a whole life that Deja has that they don't know. Like Randall made a point to say that Deja's mom had all these purple clothes and that must be her favorite color. And Beth was like, really? I didn't know that. And then Beth was like, I didn't even know the chick's name was Tater Tot and DJ or Deja or DJ. Like, you know, it's like, yeah. So there was a lot of things that they don't know. And I am still surprised that Randall did not bring Shauna to that school. I was just totally surprised. So they resolved that the best thing for them to do is to not put up a fight for Deja and let her go back home. During Deja's speech, though, she mentioned that her foster dad helped her with the project, and my heart tugged, because remember earlier she said the fact that he said he was a foster dad was like real corny and real lame, and now she's like acknowledging him as the foster dad. I was like, oh. Well, Randall gets a call from Kevin, who's en route, but he needs to end the call with him because Linda's there to get Deja. It's all happened on the same freaking day, y'all. And Randall lets Shauna know that if you need us, you know, we're here for you. And Shauna was like, I got this, bro. I'm like, don't be so dismissive, Ma. For real. Don't be that dismissive. These some good people. And the goodbye with the girls don't have me in my fears. Deja, she left a little unsure herself, it seemed, until she saw her mama's face. When she saw her mama's face, she lit the heck up. Everything that was behind her was behind her. Her mama, right there. That's all she wanted. Then she didn't recalls. Then she not recalls. Then she acknowledges that Beth and Randall are there as well. She hugs up Beth, and you know they exchange some niceties. And Deja tells Randall, you know, hey, it's gonna be all right. Don't worry. My mom, a good person for real. Overall, she's a good person. She done did some stupid stuff, but you know she got me. And she said, just because I want to go back home, don't mean that I don't like you all here. I just want you to understand that. And Randall's like, I know. Yeah, I know. And then she finally allows him to hug her. He was like, really? I could have been hugging you all this time. And the tears that well up in Randall's eyes push out the tears that I already had welled up in mine. They just started falling down my face right there. He had that lip tremble with it. Oh, I almost broke. Y'all. Oh. Then everybody's stories come back. We get back to when Kevin walks in the door, tell Randall what's been going on, and Randall let him know that Kate's lost the baby. Then we move forward, and Kevin goes into the kitchen with Randall, and they drink some orange juice, and Kevin fill up the vodka. He pour it out. What is that? What is that bottle? I don't know. Is that the Grey Goose, y'all? Because I don't drink, so I don't know. Anyway, he pours that bottle out. I only know it's vodka because Randall said so. And Randall's like, hey, you're drinking kind of early in the morning. He picks up that something is wrong, but he does not dig any further to really get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on with Kevin. And Kevin gets on my damn nerves. I'm going to tell y'all here. But I want somebody to help this man. He is screaming for help. It's oozing out of his pores. And as much as Kevin has been drinking, you could probably smell the liquor coming through the door. His eyes all nervous and jittery. He's sweating and pale out of. Somebody help this man. So after he finishes his drink while Randall goes off to talk to Kate on the phone. And the girls come in. And they're like, hey, Uncle Kev, you know, Deja left, we sad. And he just can't take whatever they saying right now. He's like, you know, tell your daddy I gotta go. So he bounces. Well, Beth and Randall, they have to talk about Deja and the adoption. And he's like, you know, Kate lost the baby, but she's gonna try again. He said, we may not do it right now, but I would like to try again. And Beth is like, yeah, we should try again. He says, you know, maybe we'll get a boy this time. At first, Beth is like, whatever. And then we see this little angel face, little Bubba. We see him, and I am floored because I wanted them to get a boy the first time. I did. I wanted them to get a teenage boy because I think that is so beneficial in the in that system, that those are the ones who are least likely to be taken into a home is the teenage boys. But little man would do. Little man would do. He looked like little Randall a little bit. Oh, so they can get another kid. So we go back to the hospital, and Jack is telling Randall that Kevin is gonna be all right. He always all right. He's tough. He's gonna be okay. And then we see older Kevin speeding down the damn road, drunk as a skunk, y'all, flying down this road. And I'm like, I don't think that I've screamed no so long and so loud. And you know what? I guess he's not. Like last week I said that he's starting to be like the dude that was on Crash, the racist cop. I'm thinking at this point now that I was wrong. I'm gonna correct myself. He's not like that dude, because I still feel something for Kevin in this moment. I want the man to get help. I swear for goodness I do. And I just kept thinking, please don't let him crash. Please don't let him crash, because he just, Randall goes to check on the girls looking for Tess, and he can't find them. I'm like, wait, what happened? Where did the girls go? Kevin didn't take them with him, did he? Like, that'd be stupid. Then we see Tess pop her damn head up off that backseat of that car, telling Kevin to slow down. And Kevin is just as shocked as I am. Baby, Lord. Then the cops pull him over. When it rains, it's poor. And it's a catch-22 for real, because Kevin drinking, speeding, and cops pull him over, that's not good. And then you're a celebrity too, that's never good. Never good. You probably got more bitches in your system as well. Oh. So, on the other side, Tess is in the back of that doggone car, and he don't need to be crashing with my baby Tess on her. He don't need to do that. So, this is not going to go well. It's not going to go well at all, because plus Randall seen him take that drink. So, Jack is still talking to the young Randall and saying, you know, when one of y'all fall, the other seems to be standing up. And, you know, Beth and Randall seem to be okay with bringing in another child. Kate and Toby seem to be okay with trying for another child. And Kevin is spiraling out of control. He is falling. But Beth and Randall like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Then we show Jack looking at his teenagers. Yeah, Randall's playing Pac-Man, y'all. His high score wasn't nothing compared to mine. I used to run that game. You couldn't touch me, especially on Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man, I hit every level. I didn't beat the last level. But my aunt's husband, he was beast at that. He finished that game. He always beat Miss Pac-Man. That was it, y'all. That was it. That was the end of number 3. They saved the best for last. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Again, the season returns January 2nd on NBC. Maybe I'll have a job as a writer on the show by then. I'm just kidding. I should have my second book ready by then. No, this is my first book. And again, my new channel is going to be coming out next year. My second book should be done and in the stores as of January as well. And I want to thank y'all for sitting here chilling with me during this season. Like I said, come on back. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so y'all can know when we return. But in the meantime, there's other videos for other great shows on my channel. Go ahead and check those out. Thank y'all again. See you next year. Peace.